يا فيصل خلاص شباب look شباب we talk at the beginning we talk the sine and cosine but I want from you to know the transformation like here at the board it was x plus 2 and plus 2 تعال نشوف if I have for example y is equal to negative 3 sine شاور بيعمل صوت x plus 2 then plus 4 for example first I ask you for amplitude طيب amplitude always positive okay amplitude absolute value negative this is for reflection the negative for reflection so the amplitude is 3 take it without any sign take the positive value even if you have negative tells you what about the direction that it will go down okay the negative for direction you have reflection right it's like so the amplitude always positive value or absolute value okay the second I want the period we said period we have we have 2 pi out of the number beside x 2 pi out of the number beside x the number beside x is 1 so the period is 2 pi this is for period I still have another question phase shift phase shift يا شباب negative c out of b negative c out of b this is a and b and c it's a negative c is negative 2 out of b the value is 1 so it's negative 2
والله سلمت نوم يصلوا
Yes, we'll start with negative 2. But the graphing, it will not come at the quiz. The graphing, you will graph, it will not come. Maybe you will choose the graph. You will not make it, but maybe you will choose. Yani the graph is written and it's drawn, and yes, which one is correct. And the easy questions, okay? But the problem where it describes the transformation, please, يا شباب. Wallah, it's new, as you like.
مستر شيخ
Describe the transformation, okay? First, phase shift. Phase shift. Phase shift, you will not start from 0, 0. You will start from negative 2. Okay? Right. Next up, شباب, transformation. Transformation, this is the new point that I want to explain. Look, شباب, if I have a number inside the bracket, this is the motion between left responsible for left and the right. If I have outside, means up and down, y-axis, yes. Look here. But here, for the x-axis, I will revert the motion. If I have plus, it will take me to the left side. عادل. If I have plus, it will take me to the left side. If I have minus, it will take me to the right side. So this is opposite direction. So I can say 2 units to where يا شباب? To the left. Daniel. Inside bracket, revert the motion. It's responsible for left and right, but revert the motion. If I have plus, take it to the left. خد بالك, because it's confusing. If I have minus, it will take me to the right. So it's plus 2 units to the left. What about here? Plus 4, this is the motion between up and down. This is the same. Plus take you to the up and minus take you down. So 4 units up. And this is the new point that I want to talk about. 4 units up. تمام? Clear? Write it, شباب. Write it at anywhere. I know this is an example, not at the book, but write it at anywhere. It's important. Actually, we know that we have here the coordinate x and y. X and y here is this value is 1 0 0 1 and first one is cosine sine cosine sine cosine sine cosine sine. Okay, if I ask you, Muhammad, the meaning of 10 is what? Sine over cosine. Yes. 10 is sine over cosine. This is 0, 90, 180, 270, 360. Yes. Like if I make it with term of pi, this is 0, pi out of 2, pi, 3 out of 2 pi, and 2 pi. Clear, clear? Clear, clear?
Yeah.
If I ask you about the value of 0, 10, 0. 10, 0 is sine over 0 over 1 is equal to 0. Okay? What about 10, 90 or 10 pi out of 2? 1 over 0, math error or undefined. يبقى تاني يا شباب. To understand that 10 is defined at one side, undefined at the second, defined and at undefined. To graph it. To graph it, I have, for example, y is equal to 10x, and I ask you to graph it. First, amplitude is 1. Yes? Amplitude is 1. But what about period? The period will be separated by left side and the right side. So the period of 10 is pi out of b. خد بالك بقى. The period of sine and the cosine it was 2 pi. صح؟ What about 10? Pi out. خد بالك من دي. So pi out of 1 is equal to pi. The period is what, شباب? Pi. But I want to graph it. I know that 10, it will move from the positive side and also from the negative side. Defined, undefined. Defined, undefined. Yes? So I will take this period. I mean, the period is what, شباب? Pi. Half of the right side and half of the left side, because I will start from 0. Half of the right side and half of the left side. If I have half of the right side, it will be what, شباب? Pi out of 2, صح? I want to divide pi, half and half. The second, pi out of 2, but the negative side. Clear, clear? Clear يا شباب؟ تمام؟ طيب, pi out of 2, it's undefined. Yes or not? Pi out of 2 is undefined. Pi out of 2 is undefined. What the meaning of undefined means there is no line here. I determined that pi is undefined here. Pi is 0 at 0, صح?
Yeah.
And start to draw the graph. Look, شباب, we said amplitude is 1, but 1 where? At the next side. شوف يا sheet. At the middle here, it's 1. And at the middle here is -1. Look at the curve of pi. I will draw pi. It will not touch here because this is undefined. And it will go there, not touch to the second to be undefined. But 10. This is the graph of pi. Here, the graph 10. The graph 10 starts with 0 and amplitude is 1. Here is missing. Why missing? Because it's undefined value and you know it. It's 1 out of 0, it's undefined. So you will make a line here. The graph didn't touch this line and also didn't touch the second. And amplitude is 1 means that the curve it will be at 1 and go up and go to the -1 and down. Yes. The period is pi divided by 2. The period, the total period is pi. One line, one graph divided to 2 sides, positive and the negative. Because you have here at the right side, and when you turn, it will be at the negative side. So I will divide the period to 2 halves. One to the right, pi out of 2. The second to the left, it will be negative pi out of 2. The rule is pi over b, not 2 pi. 10 is pi over b. It's a rule, okay? What about cosine and sine? Yes, cosine and sine it was 2 pi.
Yeah.
Start to draw. This is the first, and we'll take more. يلا. مش فاهم. Next one. 10. I have x and yx. Okay. This is 1 0 0 1. Yeah, Rashid. Negative 1 0 0 negative 1. What do you think about negative 10? Action. Y is equal to negative 10x. I will make a line coordinate and I said the period is pi. Yes. So I will divide it to half pi here and negative half pi. And I know that it will start 0. Divide 1 is 0. Here it's defined. Here is undefined. So undefined at the half and defined at 0. Yes. And amplitude is 1. Wait, this can't be. Must be defined, undefined. Because here 0 is numerator and here 0 is denominator. Defined, undefined. Defined, undefined. Cotan, we will take cotan. Okay. Clear, clear, شباب. Clear, clear. Clear, clear. Come on. But look, because of negative, I will start with 0. I'll start with 0. But because of negative, I will flip the fraction. Means the negative side, it will be upward, and the positive side, it will be downward. Because of negative, I flip the fraction. I flip it. Okay, reflection. Wait, we will take cotan, okay? And make the graph. Clear, sure? But this is the negative 10. Clear, clear? Clear? Fine. Y equals to cotan. I have a question, cotan. I have a question, cotan. Y is equal to cotan x. Let's about cotan. Cotan is what? What is the rule of cotan? What is the rule of cotan? Cosine over sine. Ya Muhammad. The rule of cotan is cosine over sine. Cotan, cosine over sine. Means here, undefined. يا شباب. At the 0 is undefined. At half, defined. Undefined. Defined. It's the opposite. Means at 0, 0, it's undefined. At the next, it's defined. Y is equal to cotan x. I will make a line. Here is شباب. Here is pi out of 2. And here pi. Here is pi out of 2 negative. And here pi. Wait, but please. Look, شباب. It's at 0 undefined. Mean this line for me is undefined. Yes. And the second also pi is undefined. The right side and left side is undefined at cotan. فاهمين؟ It means here is also undefined. So it will be defined where? At pi out of 2. Wait, but I want you to understand why I left this line and start from this line at 10. At 10, this line, the value of it is 0, yes? So it's defined, ya Muhammad. Muhammad, it's defined. Here for 10. For cotan, the 0 is undefined because you set cosine over sine. If I make 1 divide 0 here, 1 divide 0, it's undefined. So the line of 0 is undefined. The line of 1 is undefined, or 0 and pi are undefined. 0 and pi are undefined. What about here? This is defined, or 0, صح? And take 1 and take negative 1. بس خد بالك. Take 1 here and take negative 1 there. So cotan, it's the opposite direction of 10, or cotan, the same as negative 10. The value of cotan, the same as value of cotan. But it will start from where? From pi out of 2. It will not start from 0, 0. And make the graph. This is the meaning of cotan. يبقى at cotan يا شباب أعرفها إزاي؟ At cotan 0 is 0, 0 is empty. This is for cotan. Why? Because it's undefined at 0, 0. To start from the second point. طيب at 10 to start from where? From 0, 0. Because this is sine over cosine. The first value, it's 0. The second value is 0. For what? For 10. For cotan, 0 is undefined. So I will start from the vertical line. اللي هو 90 and 180 or pi out of 2 and 3 pi out of 2. Yes. Quadrant will be at the exam and then also, but you will not draw anything. You will choose. Okay. And the transformation, very, very important. I think 2 questions at transformation. Transformations to the right, to the left, up and down. It's very important transformation. He will vote for you. I'm talking about the ideas at the final. Transformation, very important because he will vote for you 2 equations and ask you about the transformation and phase shift, amplitude, period, and so on. Amplitude, always positive value, absolute value. Okay, Rashid? Rashid?